Oh, hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes, it's Wednesday evening here. Just checking, just making sure you're with me. Wednesday evening here in the UK, which means, of course, it's time for Creative Cravings. Creative Cravings is that one chance a week where we maybe take it a little bit more back to basics. It's a great opportunity for you to get any of your questions in that you may have for about absolutely anything, be it crafting base, life dilemmas, we don't care, we're here for you on a Wednesday night. I say we're here for you, not one, but two amazing guests joining me this evening. Michelle McCarthy is back with us in the studio. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good, I'm very good, thank you. Again, you sort of have a day off and you feel like you've been gone forever. It's so lovely to be back.
Well, we are so pleased that you're back with us in the studio. Not just Michelle, though, this evening with us. No, you may have caught a glimpse of him this morning. Ian is back in the studio. Did you pop off and have some doner meat and chips in the break, Ian?
No, I shared a jacket potato.
Just had a jacket potato. Okay, fabulous. Oh, I've knocked my pack shot over. Are you excited? You're going to be doing a demonstration for us as well, isn't that right, Ian?
That's correct, yeah. I'll be demoing those Triptych Dies. Oh,
amazing. Well, make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Any questions you've got for Ian, get them in, craft related or otherwise. It is Fake Friday for me. This is my last show, so I pre-apologise for what could happen over the next couple of hours. Michelle has promised me she'll be on her best behaviour, so hopefully she doesn't lead me up the garden path. Right, let's start. Should we start with the reindeers or should we start? We're going to start with the reindeers. Let's do that because, sorry, let's just tidy this back up again. Getting a bit, there we are. Right, the Reindeer Collection. I think this is going to be one of the last chances you see this. There is hardly any of this left. I know over 70% of it had gone in the earlier show. I'll take you through the pad first. The only way to get hold of the pad now, because it is so short stocked, is as part of that main collection. And it's a really great collection, this, because it's a really lovely colour theme in here. And the pad's sort of like in two halves, really. You've got these sort of lovely ethereal, sort of Northern Lights style reindeer scenes, but then we move into something quite classic as well, as you can see just here. Lovely plaids on the reverse and some beautiful classic reindeer and stag scenes within there. So you're going to get that firstly and foremostly, which is great. You will also get the ribbons included too, and then lots of other lovely bits and bobs. So let me take you through those. As well as the ribbons, this has got colour matched embossing powders with this as well. So you know it's going to work beautifully with that pad that you're getting in here. You've got this one here, which is that joyful deer. It's kind of like a builder reindeer. You can choose whether it has antlers, you want to put the hat on there, whether you're going to incorporate those floral elements. The other dies in here being the winter stag, which is sort of quite a classic stag shape. Or you've got this dashing deer, which is this one, this prancing deer just there. We've got embossing folders in here for you as well with the opulent deer. Look at those antlers. They are snazzy antlers, aren't they, if I ever did see them. And you've got that wooded scene within there too. And then you've got sentiments as well as verses as well. So you've got all bases covered here with this. $55.12 if you're in the UK, $74 if you are across the pond, $44.10 or $59.20 if you are a platinum member. If you want to get in touch with me this evening, remember you can do so in all the usual ways. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube. Drop into the comments with any questions you've got, or if you've got any good gossip. We love a bit of gossip, we really, really do. Right, let's start with, we're going to tell you about the Hero Tool. Now the Hero Tool is something we believe all craft rooms should have. We only hold the deal on this though for 24 hours. So if you want to get a hold of it, you will have to act sooner rather than later. It's your Totally Tiffany store and supply case that we're looking at. Now these are fantastic because what you've got is lots of different size compartments. So you're going to get all four of these. You get the 2-drawer compartment, which is this one just here. You will also get the 4-drawer, which is that one just there. All got that hook and loop on there, and these solid compartments which come out. They're quite good because they're good for storing stuff away, but then also if you want to take them away to your workstation, you can remove them out of there. And you've got the hard case too. They do store in the lowest tote as well. So you've got your lowest tote, you can absolutely load these into here. This one is your 6-drawer, so great for all those more fiddly things, glitters, your twines, your embossing, so your gilding waxes, all of those sorts of things store away beautifully. And then you've also got the 8-drawer within there as well, which is awesome. You get all of those for that brilliant price you can see on your screen, a saving of over £16 or $17 to grab a hold of those, but it will only last for 24 hours. So if you do want them, you will need to be quick. Lots of you tuning in and saying hello already from all over. Any questions you've got, get them into us as well. But I believe the lovely Michelle is ready for a demo on these fantastic reindeers.
I am ready. I'm ready, willing and able.
Amazing.
Thing. We'll just have to see how it goes. So we're going to play with this lovely, I love this embossing folder. So we've got a couple of the reindeer or deer dies and then this lovely embossing folder. So it's a lovely 6x6 folder, and I'm going to bring in a piece of our craft card because I just thought it goes beautiful with the collection. So that's 6x8, and we're going to run this through. So we normally have our signature writing on the back, so I know that I want to put my card in. Because obviously, you know, one side is lighter than the other. I don't know if, yes, yeah.
So what's the right side?
Well, I like to use the more crafty coloured side. On the craft card, I like to use the crafty.
So would that be the lighter side or the darker side?
Yes, the lighter side I normally use as the back.
Right,
so
okay.
I want this to be my front, the darker side. It's more crafty.
It's way more crafty than the other side. When I see you put it out, I thought, oh, I hope she doesn't use that non-crafty side of the craft card. Gosh, that'd be awful.
Right?
Right, loads of you saying hi.
I sort of forgot to speak then. I'm really sorry. I do apologise.
I mean,
it feels
iPads...
like a Friday night, I must admit.
Does it?
It really does, yeah.
Why does it feel like a Friday night?
I think it's because I'm on with you. Every night's a Friday night with you, Joe.
Right, it is. It really, really is.
So, there we go. So, it's that lovely emboss. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring in our water reactive ink pad in a seal brown. And then, so I'm going to ink my dauber up. You can do it either way, ink your dauber up or put some ink on your mat, because obviously this glass mat is absolutely perfect for that. And I'm just going to use a little bit of spare card because I want to make sure that I've got the right colour. And because you know, I'm not really sure if you want.
Debbie Cohen wants to know: is Ian related to Sarah? Or is David? Is Ian related to Sarah? Let's find out. Are you related to Sarah, Ian?
No.
You're not?
I think so.
Ah.
Not as far as you know. So, what I'm doing is I'm using the seal brown and very, very lightly, I'm just going over the embossed trees, just to pick them out. I don't want to get too much behind it. I just want to go over the top.
Gilmore's the show. Always love your fake Fridays. And with Michelle, there's just no telling where the show could go.
Aw, thank you.
Straight to HR is where I reckon it's going.
Yeah.
That would be my prediction.
Just a little.
Betty's got the Reindeer Collection, says it's so beautiful. Pam says hello, hello, hello from New York to Ian, Michelle and Joe. Hello, Pam.
Hello. So I'm just inking my edges as well, and I'm just going in with a little bit at a time because I don't want to put too much on. And then again, just gently over them last few trees just to pick them out.
This is one you're going to be able to definitely use away from this collection, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. This isn't just for this collection. You could use this with other collections. It's just a beautiful, nice background forest scene. So we'll put that to the side, and then we're going to bring our little reindeers in. And I have got a little bit of...
You know, I said 70% have gone of this, Michelle. Nearly 3/4 now already, just in the first few minutes of the show. I do think this could go in the show, this collection.
Yeah, this collection is just beautiful. It really is. And like you said, the elements can be used for and with so many other collections that it's definitely worth it. So let's bring a piece of craft card in for this one.
Or make sure you use the more crafty side, Michelle.
I'm just looking, definitely, yes, the more crafty side. But there is. I mean, you saw it.
Do you, when you take a picture or have a picture taken, do you have like a preferred side? Because I was with Debbie Robinson the other day, we were having a picture taken and she would only have the picture taken on her side. She has a good side.
She did it earlier today.
Yeah,
this is my good side.
She has a side.
This is my good side.
Oh, that is not true.
No, I don't think...
I don't know. The problem is now, your phone flips it round. I never know. My friends always say when I take a selfie, oh yeah, you can post it, but can you flip it back the other way? Well, I don't know how you do that. Not a clue.
No.
Don't know. You know, though, they say, you know, when you see like, have you ever done that thing where you take a picture of yourself and then you put the line down and mirror it and see if you look the same?
Yes.
I look like two different people, honestly. One of these eyes is about 3 centimetres lower in the cheek than the other one, I think.
It really is the oddest thing. You don't realise how not symmetrical your own face is until you do that.
Yeah.
And it's
very, very strange.
It's definitely very weird. I'm just going to clean my mat up. All right, so we've got some of these lovely reindeer.
Judy wants to know what's my last show. Not my last show ever, Judy. just to clear that up. Just my last. See, I'm off now. Just my last show in this sort of like block of days. So Ben will be here with you for 4 days, and then I'll be back with you on Monday for another 4 days.
Well, depending on how tonight goes.
Yes, depending on how tonight goes, indeed.
So I'm just trying to poke my little bits out. I always find when you cut with glitter card, if you do struggle cutting with glitter card, just use your metal shim. It just helps the metal on metal, it just helps it cut out easier, but because it's coated, it just tends to sort of, yeah, it sort of sticks with the glue, but they just peel out, just pop out fine. It just can be a little bit, I find more fun actually to pop the little bits out, but we know I like the weeding, so let's just move them to the side. So I've got my background and I've got some of my lovely deer. I'm just gonna give him an inking on the edges, just to tie in.
What's a collective of deers? Is it a herd?
I don't.
You've got your own little herd of deer there.
I don't know. Where I live, these just walk out in front of you when you're driving down the road, because I live in Norfolk.
Right.
And you get a lot of deer down there.
Oh, no.
And it's pretty amazing, especially when you go for a walk and they're just all there in the field, just doing whatever it is they do. It's pretty fascinating, I must admit.
We don't get many of them in Manchester city centre, so that sounds quite nice.
So that's from my reindeer pad, and this is from our pad of, it's the rose gold with the glitter and the...
Oh yes, those new pads.
Yes, those new ones, definitely. I just thought these colours go lovely with this collection and the craft card. So we're just going to build this up.
Barbara Streisand and Debbie Robinson have got something in common. Mariah informs me Barbara Streisand rarely does interviews and talk shows appearances, but has become well known over the years. When she does, she insists on the camera shooting her from her left side. Only on this side.
Yeah, you notice that with a lot of celebs though, they've got a particular...
If I could afford it, I'd definitely be like Mariah Carey and have someone following me with just a warm light everywhere I go.
Does she really do that?
Oh yeah, she has apparently someone that constantly follows her when she's in public that has a warm light, so she doesn't have to be under any cool lighting.
Oh.
I know.
That sounds... well, she is a diva, but I mean,
She is a diva.
It's fair enough. So what I've done is I've just cut another piece of card out, and it is 6 by 8 and a bit. So I think I've left it the same width as an A4, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to make my card blank with it. So I used this as the front of the card rather than as a topper onto the card.
Okay.
I'm just going to glue that together. So
Cheryl also has a better side. She says, I don't have a good side, but I do have a better side. I'm sure you have a good side, Cheryl.
I'm sure it's better than mine. So what I'm going to do is, so I cut another piece of this out, and I'm going to do the inside as well.
Lots of you going for this now. It's busy on this collection. I think it will be the last chance you get to get your hands on that paper pad as well. 3/4 of the stock here has gone already. Lee says, hi Joe and Michelle from Calgary. I hope I said that right. I love the Reindeer Collection. I'm really enjoying your makes, Michelle.
Oh, thank you very much.
How long have you been with us here now?
I officially started on September the 20th, but I had a few shows before that to see how I went. So yeah,
gosh, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It really does. So that's the inside of my card. That's the front, and of course we're going to put this on with foam pads because it wouldn't be me if I didn't.
Is this one of your signatures then, the foam pads, would you say, Michelle?
I do like to have different heights on my my cards, on my makes. I think it adds, well, it just adds a bit of interest. So, but this paper pad is actually what I used when I did my Triptych Die craft along a few weeks ago. I used there's a couple of pieces in there that have got like the moon on, and they're what I used.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah, won card of the week with that.
Did you? Check you out.
I know, get me.
Bit rude that you won card of the week before we reset all the card of the weeks back to 0. Michelle's one. Oh, let's start again.
I know, I was,
Bit
yeah,
rude.
that's so rude. So rude. Yeah. So I've lost my sentiment, and I'm just trying to find if we've got a, oh, they're here, look. Let's stamp one out. I don't want my card without a sentiment. What shall we use? Oh, warmest thoughts and best wishes. No, I don't like that one. Well, I do like that one, but I don't want that one. I wanted something a bit more heartwarming. I love that one. All these sentiments are fabulous. May the miracle of Michelle not talking anymore fill your heart and Christmas with wonder and joy. Shall we use that one?
That one sounds gorgeous. Yeah, lovely. Let's use that one. I like that one.
And it's not even Friday night. What can I look? And I'm throwing things about. Oh, dear me.
Yeah, I like these. I like all of these sentiments as well, Michelle. I think purposely because they could be verses, couldn't they? So you could actually put these on the inside. You know, the ones maybe you don't like so much, put them on the inside of the card instead.
See, this is why I need to think before I speak.
I think what you meant when you said you didn't like that one, you didn't like it for this card.
Yes.
Obviously, for another card, it would be beautifully perfect.
Yeah,
of course. I know what you meant.
Exactly what I meant. They all knew what I meant. They actually are all beautiful sentiments in there.
Corbatel says, Joe, you're a hoot. Deer in Manchester City Centre. We get lots of stags in Manchester City Centre, but not this kind, let me assure you.
So let's just stamp that out. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim it down, so bear with me 1 second.
So which one did you go for?
So I went with, may the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with wonder and joy.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, they are all lovely sentiments. And like you said, like little verses almost. So, and then I'm going to do the same with this. I'm just going to take my ink, my dauber, and I'm just going to ink the edge. I'm going to do it this way because I don't want to go too far.
We've got some great deals on ink pads. Pigment ink pads, or opaque pigment ink pads. I'll share those with you shortly.
So, and I'm not going to matte and layer that actually either. I actually like the craft on craft look that I've got with that. So I'm gonna, where shall I put it? Oh, decisions. think I'm going to put it there. It's too hard. There's just too many lovely things and not enough time.
You really like those sentiments. You could have put 2 on there if you wanted to.
I could have done actually. So, and then with these, it's just a little bit about having a play and seeing where you want everything to go. I'm going to put that one there. That one's going to be glued flat. And this is part of the fun of having these, is having a play, seeing what you want where.
The thing is as well, with especially the stags and the stag imagery that's in here, yes, this is absolutely a Christmas collection, but stags feature so heavily, don't they, in like interior design, home decor.
They do.
You could use them all the year through, I think, for, you know, like a fallback collection if you need a quick, more masculine card. I think this collection would really help you with that. Absolutely.
I know I've seen actually, there's this huge stag that I want for my wall. It's like just a stag's head. But I absolutely love that kind of decor at the minute. It is very on trend, isn't it? So stick that down there. And then there you go, maybe a couple of gems, but I wanted to keep that very craft card-ish.
Really?
Yes, there.
Really
very
lovely.
Natural, very neutral is the look I was going for.
Beautiful collection. Mariah says, we had an albino deer getting lots of attention last year. Wowzers, an albino deer, I've never seen one of those. And Jane says, Michelle, that is a journey from Norfolk to Newton Aycliffe. It really is a journey.
Yeah. I've got kids. So
Michelle's got a driver, picks her up, chauffeur, drops her, picks her up, drops her here, brings her all the way. She doesn't really. Let me take you again through what you're getting. You're getting that pad, of course, included, where it's kind of, it is like it's in 2 parts really. Those more sort of mystical, sort of ethereal designs that you've got, very sort of Northern Lights-esque, and then it moves into the much more traditional stag imagery throughout this one. Lovely backgrounds on these as well, all colour matched perfectly in those sort of gingham plaid and designs. So you're going to get that in there. That is 36 sheets within that one. You're also then going to receive as well the ribbons in here too. So you get your ribbons in there, which is fantastic. You've then got as well your embossing powders. So great to have colour matched embossing powders. You know that they're going to work beautifully with this collection. You've got the joyful deer, which is that one there. It works really well on tags that. Of course you can incorporate it to all of the other styles of crafting that you might want to use it in. You've got 2 different styles of deer here, or stags. You've got your winter stag and your dashing deer. So again, 2 very, very different styles. Then we move into your embossing folder. You've got the opulent deer. You've also got the winter woodland that you've seen Michelle using there. You've got the sentiments, and then you've got those lovely verses that Michelle loves there as well. All of those coming included for you in that collection. 44.10 or 59.20 as a platinum member. I think that is an awesome size collection for you. Any questions that you've got, please keep getting them into us. Mariah sent us a picture of the albino deer, so hopefully we'll have a look and get to share that with you. Right, we are just going to give you an opportunity to check out your basket. It's going to come back with a lovely Ian. Whilst you do that, let's share with you one of our quick buys.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend. There are plastic shims sized to work with a whole range of Gemini machines. We have some awesome deals going, so visit Crafters Companion website and find out more.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. will also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Oh, the details there of Club Inspire, which is fantastic. Right, we are going to have a little look at the Triptych Dies next. You guys have loved these when we brought them to you previously. The great thing about these is the amount of different concepts that you can create with them. So many different styles of card can be created with these. Let me take you through what you're going to get if you're going for the whole collection. So this one here is your Oh Holy Night. You've also got Santa over rooftops. This is your Magical Forest. That would go really well with the Reindeer Collection, actually, I think. This one here is your Charming Church. Then you've got your Fairies and Florals. I've written on the back of these, and I can't read my own handwriting. You've also, I'm like, what on earth does that say? Flailing Florals, no. And then Quaint Village is this one that you've got just here. You will get the heat-resistant acetate included in there as well. Well, it's a good job Ian's here to hopefully install a bit of calm and sort of bring us all back, get us all back on track, I would say. Ian, you were with us in the earlier wake-up call. Did you have a nice time this morning?
Yeah, it was amazing, thank you. I've had a really great day again.
Oh, well, it's such a pleasure to have you back with us again in the studio. Back in stock by popular demand, is what we were saying earlier. Loads of you getting lots of questions in. Keep those coming in to me, and we'll go through some of those a little bit later in the show. But you're going to take us through a demo on these Triptych Dies, Ian?
I certainly am, yeah. This is the Triptych die that I'm going to use. It's the nativity scene. It's a really good concept as well, I think, with making. You can make it either with a big card or just a small card, but today I'm going to do it with the three images. This is the card I'm going to create.
Awesome.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So before we do any die cutting, the one thing I like to do with my with my crafting is.
Now, you're going to use the crafty side.
It is the crafty side.
It's the crafty side.
It is the crafty
side.
Are
you familiar with this idea of a crafty and a non-crafty side?
Yeah, it's a crafty side. I love inking, and one of my favourite inks, which I believe it will be back in stock soon.
It will be.
Is the Tim Holtz Distress Vintage Photo. So
now, what is it about these particular ones you like, then, Ian?
I just think it gives the card, the overall finish of the card, a vintage look, so that you can. I love that kind of vintage Christmas, so that's what I believe that the ink does. So again, as you all know from last time, I'm very heavy-handed with my ink, so I like to go around. And this is the card base. It's a 10 by 6 card base. I've cut it myself and made the base myself, like Michelle. Red liner tape is the is the key for me.
That is the good thing with our cardstock, though. It's heavy enough to make your own bases with it. It's brilliant for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really good point. With it's because it goes from about 280 to 300 GSM, doesn't it? So that's really cool. So that's the card base that's card base inked up. Then what we need to do is create our triptych thing. So I've already created some, but I'm going to create the middle piece of the card.
Okie doke.
So
now, I guess depending on the sort of card you're making, these will all go through smaller die cutting machines. But if you're going to use them as toppers or panels, I guess if you're using some sort of concept dies, you might need a bigger machine for those. Yeah, and again, I don't do measuring, so it's just eyeballing it up just to get it in place, and then
using some low-tack tape.
Are these those matte and layer dies again that you've got here?
It is, yeah, from the earlier show, yeah.
You like those, don't you? You're a fan of those.
It works really well with this as well. It fits the image really good. So just stick that down.
Hello Ian, says Panda Crafts. Teresa says, yay, Ian is back. Katie Isley says, hi again Ian, looking forward to your demo. God's Blessing says, love this nativity card. And Panda Crafts says, welcome Ian, lovely to see you back again.
Oh, that's lovely, thank you very much.
Back in the building by popular demand. Now you said you're a self-confessed ink on white card kind of guy, and this is your second craft card project today, Ian.
I think Christmas lends itself well to craft card.
It does,
I think
doesn't
it's
it?
a really cool, and that's all cut through. Oop. Just give it a tap to get the bits out. So what I wanted to then do with this particular image is to use something from a while ago, which is the Life Happens stencil.
Doesn't it just?
That's it. And with this, again, because I love like say the inking and the use of stencils, I'm just going to place that over the top. In fact, if I do it the other way around first. Just line that up.
I think that brushwork on that stencil just lends itself to so many things, doesn't it?
I love texture. I think you know what it creates with the cards. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
So again, just with my distress ink, and again, I'm really heavy-handed. I love.
Not just me then.
And just go over. Giving it a good. Okay, and I love my messy mat as well because I'm not. Again, I'll just take this off like not Michelle cleaning it down with the the cloths. Okay, now that I've got it all inked up, I'll get my Gemini back, my plates.
Ah, see, this is interesting because when I saw you finish card earlier, I thought it was an embossing folder that you'd inked over. So now this makes sense seeing you bring this in. Yeah,
so we're gonna emboss with the stencil. So what I do, base plate, your embossing mat, plastic shim, and then you base plate on the top again, and just pop that through.
It's fantastic that these stencils are, good quality, so you can do these kind of techniques with them. For Holiday says, I'm excited to see Ian. I have seen some of his mates on Facebook, and they are all gorgeous.
They are.
They are gorgeous. Always brings us gorgeous mates, does Ian. Will you be off you off to do some shopping on Ian on Friday, Ian? You tell me. You off to the craft show on Friday?
That's correct. Yeah, down in Birmingham.
You'll be taking a big shopping bag, will you? Got a Willy trolley ready to go?
That's right. Yeah, so now obviously running that through the embossing machine as well. When you take that off, let's go to the back.
I think we forget we can do that with all our stencils, and it obviously gives them the ability to do so much more with them.
And then you can see.
Beautiful.
It's got like a nice brickwork feel to it. Now you can see there's some of the edges that you haven't cut, but what I also do with that is just, again, buff it up just to take the sharpness off it, because no wall is level, is it really?
Well, no, I guess not. Well, you'd hope yeah. If you were having one built, you wouldn't want it too wonky, would you?
So just doing the edges around, just to bring it all in. Then using some of the paper from the Reindeer Collection, because I think it gives a lovely ombre look as well, around as well. And your trustworthy dotty pen, tape pen, which only recently got.
What?
I'm normally glue. Mind that sounds awful, doesn't it? I'm normally glue. I'm normally tacky glue all the way.
So are you a dotted pen convert?
I am, yeah. I think it's amazing.
They're great, aren't they? Yeah.
And then just place that over the top. Sorry.
Got a lovely head of hair, Ian. You're definitely not.
Probably a bald spot as well, knowing
Yeah,
me.
you're definitely not thinning up there. We know that much for sure.
Okay, as I said, I'd already created the other two for the card.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That looks amazing, because you'd never know that was the reindeer pad now in the back of there, would you?
No, that's what I thought. But I just love the ombre effect that it gives with you.
Yeah.
The next thing then is obviously to, before I put it all together, is to just get my sentiment done. And I'll just pop these.
Oh, can you hear the fireworks, Ian? Oh, fireworks going off. Busy Lizzie says, love watching you, Ian. Really enjoying seeing what you're making.
Oh, bless her. That's lovely, thank you.
Have you got the fan club watching this evening, Ian?
Sorry, Fart?
Have you got your fan club watching this evening?
I think
we
so.
always get lots of messages whenever Ian's on.
So just at this point, I'm just using the anti-static bag, or as I called it earlier, the cornflower bag.
Our bag. Technical term.
Because what I want to do with this one is I want to heat emboss. So again, bringing in the stamps.
Kim says, wonky is my superpower, Ian.
Bringing in the stamps again from the Reindeer Collection from earlier. That, they've got some really lovely sentiments. So I'm going to use Happy Holiday.
Yeah, Michelle really loves them.
They do. They have some beautiful sentiments in there.
This one is the, I think the ones that you can, the collection for the front, isn't it? The Magical Christmas set. I'm going to use what I bought from the birthday party that you had. I bought the Midas inks, which you can use to heat emboss as well.
Fantastic.
So again,
Very shiny those, aren't they?
Yeah, just tapping. What's going to be great about this, it does change colour with the powder. So just pop that over. Here I go with my head again. And just quickly press down.
Gorgeous.
And then we're going to use...
Depending what card you use, shows it often sort of like a different colour of it. So if you put that on black, it would look totally different.
Yeah, oh yeah. But it's going to again look slightly different now, I think, as...
Rita says, look how organised Ian is.
You wouldn't say that if you saw my craft room.
Really?
So again, using the reindeer, the embossing powder from the Reindeer Collection.
It's good that you can mix and match across the different collections, isn't it, Ian? You know, really get the most out of the collections that you already own with a die set like this.
I think these all do lend themselves well to both you know, the Triptych Dies with the Christmas theme and everything. The reindeer, the bits that are in the Reindeer Collection really lend themselves well to this as well. So
They do.
I'm just going to make a bit of noise now with the heating gun.
God's blessing says, love this demo. Thank you, Ian. Loads of you going for these. The great thing about them is, remember, you can go for them in the whole collection if you want to. Any two of these, £26 or $30. So if you want to mix and match and get a couple of them, you can. They are all available individually for you as well, $14.99 or $16.95 if you want to get them like that. That was quick, Ian.
And as you can see, that's changed. So it was blue. It's got this beautiful metallic silver colour now.
Lovely.
Which is really cool. Again, I like to take off the sharpness of the edges with the ink, so just...
Now this is something you do a lot of, Michelle, isn't it?
It is. It is. I just think it makes it look that little bit more. And when you do that, you don't have to mat and layer then. You can, like you saw with my card, you can put it on and it still stands out.
But again, I just wanted to use some nice blue paper from the Reindeer Collection to mat and layer onto.
So just ignore what Michelle just said.
So to pop your sentiment on. And then just to finish that sentiment off, we've got some really nice jewels, which I believe are available on the website as well from Hunky Dory.
They are indeed. You'll find the whole range of those.
The blue sparkle, I think these ones are called. Or
Mandy May says, wow, that really makes the sentiment pop, adding the embossing powder onto their heat setting. It's one of those things I'll never tire of watching, Ian, or seeing heat embossing.
I love it. I think it's one of the recent things that I've got into, and I absolutely love the effects that it gives on your cards.
It's quite mesmerising to watch it turn, isn't it?
This one, when I first used this one, and with the blue Midas ink, I was really amazed by the change in the colour. I thought, it just looked amazing. I love the fact that it actually does look like metal.
It's fantastic. Kay says, Ian is the most polite crafter I've ever seen. Loving this. It could be your, that's going to be your tagline, Ian Davis, the polite crafter.
Oh, that's
I think that's really nice, don't you?
I was just going to say, I'm sure we can change that.
Yeah, you want to see if anyone's got that at on Instagram and be all over that, Ian, at the polite crafter. Someone will probably buy it and try and sell it back to you now we've said that on air.
Right, so now it's about putting the card all together. So the first two bits, we're just going to put those on without any elevation. So just putting the tape pen on the back.
Teresa Chalmers says she's got these embossing powders today. Can't wait to try them out. Lynn says, wow, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it, Lynn?
And then, again, like I said, I don't measure them, just eyeballing everything, which is what I like to do. And then, very much like Michelle, I love the foam pads, so I love to give a lot of foam pads on there. So
Ian came in this morning and was like, oh no, this is just, we're going to need more foam pads. There just was not enough foam pads this morning for Ian. Like, no, we're going to need many, many more.
I do like to have a fair few on. I don't like it to collapse in the middle, so I always think giving you. Oh.
Yeah, that's a very fast foam pad finger.
Really
Johnny is just agreeing. It's good action.
And this is what my craft room's like, because I'm trying to hit the bin, but it's all going on the floor. So then,
it's all right, you've just worked with Debbie, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what it is.
So then just popping that in the middle. And then just to add the sentiment. And I've used Happy Holiday for our American friends, because my uncle lives in Virginia, and my cards always come with Happy Holiday on. So
Happy Holiday is something we seem to be seeing a little bit more of here now, isn't it? It's quite a nice inclusive term. Not everyone celebrates Christmas, do they, I guess? So.
And there you go. Different sentiment.
Love that. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. Really fantastic. I wish, Ian, the thing that strikes me whenever you join us is you're just always so happy. Are you always this happy all the time?
I try my best. I try my best.
Sorry?
No, I've had an amazing day. It's been fantastic yet again. Well, thank you so much.
No doubt we're going to see you back here again very, very soon. The lovely Ian. Always a pleasure to see Ian in our shows. I've got some questions coming in for you, Ian. No, hang on, we'll have to wait with the ink pads, Johnny. There's questions for Ian, which is more important. Jane wants to know how long you've been crafting, Ian.
Over 20 years.
What? You don't look old enough, Ian. You must have been a baby when you started.
I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, doesn't give me anywhere to go, really, does it? Anyway, massive thanks to Ian.
Thanks, Joe.
Oh, right.
And you thought it was going to be me? It was being the naughty one.
I've actually got another question for you, Ian, as well, before we go. So Jennifer Dawn says, I'm confused. Are the embossing powders in the collection a different colour when they're heated than they are in the pot?
I think it just changes the colour with the different ink underneath, because you can use Embossing ink. Yeah, to emboss it, but I used the Midas ink so that you could see the image straight away. But it does actually give a different look because there's metallic
awesome.
in there as well.
Yeah.
So
I guess if you just use like a translucent ink pad, then you get that true colour that's in the pot.
Yeah, you get the true colour in the pot. It just changes it with the Midas ink, which I thought looked really cool.
Right, massive thanks, Ian. Pleasure to see you again as
Thanks
always. Susie T, social media superstar, saying, "Oh, Jojo is all she's put in here." Rhonda said if she had a nickname, as in she would be called the Cussing Crafter. I daren't ask, Rhonda. I really daren't. Ian, I love all the techniques you're showing. Thanks for sharing those ink pads with us. And also, who else we got here? Victoria says, "I love Ian's embrace of slight imperfection. Makes me feel better about my own cards. They are always organic." So lovely to see Ian doing a demo with us. Let me take you through. I've just got the concept suite here of these Triptych Dies. So I want you to get an idea of the amount of different styles of card that you can create with these, because I think when you start to see the versatility in them, you see how many different things you're going to be able to create with these. So that's a shutter card. We've got another fold back card there again. Stepper cards. The other thing with these that I'd say as well, don't think about always having to use all of the panel. Clip bits out. Maybe just use the stag elements in here. Maybe just use the tree line in the background and put some of your other dies into there as well. It's completely up to you. They make great shaker cards. They make wonderful diorama cards as well. Now, look, help me out here, Michelle. Is that a diorama card or a bridge card?
It's a diorama
It's a diorama card. What's a bridge card then?
A bridge card would be with just a thinner piece across the front.
So just like a strap along the front.
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. You've got a easel card here. We've got a stepper as well, which is beautiful. Double fold back, which works really well. And I love this one. This is a double fold back. Oh, hello. This is double fold back, but then with all three of them on the inside of there, which I think is amazing. This one here is quite fantastic. There's lots going on in that one. Loads of panels been used just there on that. If I open that one out for you. How about using single panels? Absolutely you can. Don't feel like you need to use all of the panels on every single project. And also this is a really cool one, using it on the inside of your card, like a pop-out section. So many different ways of using these. Let me again take you back through the boards to share with you the 6 designs that you're going to get in this main collection. So you've got this one here, which is the Oh Holy Night. You will also have Santa Over Rooftops, Magical Forest. You've got Charming Church. That's your fairies and florals. And you've also got Quaint Village in there. You will get the acetate included in there as well, which I think is rather lovely. Still lots of you sharing the love for Ian. Rhonda for, I'd never thought to use the ink pad to emboss with. Thank you for that. Mandy says, wonderful card. Beautiful make, says Mariah. Brenda says, I really adore that card, Ian. So thank you for sharing that. Right, I want to take you through the 2 different collections of Pigment, Opaque Pigment ink pads. We've got 2 collections. We've got a Brights collection for you. In here, you're going to get Chinese Red, Orange, Lemon Tonic, Plum Jam, Fuchsia, Ocean Blue, Spring Meadow, and Oasis. So they are the 8 you'll get there in that collection, which is brilliant. And then we've also got for you the Darks collection, which will give you Twilight Grey, Misty Morning, Green Topaz, Frosty Jade, Grasshopper, Friar Brown, Sandstorm, and Pumice as well. 31.93 or 44.48. Let me again share with you the Hero tool from Totally Tiffany. You guys absolutely love these whenever we bring them to you. They're your store and supply case, which is amazing. So what you've got in here are 4 slightly different sizes. One of them slightly thinner, so these 3 are the same thickness, but you've got different amounts of compartments in there. It is worth saying as well, with these, you can mix and match them. So you could take this large compartment out and put these 2 compartments in there and put that one into there if you want to. So you can customise them, which is brilliant. You've got the 4 compartment. You've then got the 6 compartment, and you'll get the 8 compartment in there too. Brilliant for storing a whole host of different crafty bits and bobs. Wonderful for just general storage around the house, things in the car. You can use them pretty much anywhere. 49.47 or 247 if you want to get your hands on those just there. Mary Beth says, love that Ian is easy to follow. I have these ideas but haven't had a chance to use them. Like his ideas and inspiration. And Stephanie says Ian has some great ideas and I really like his card. All the love for Ian coming in the messages tonight. Right, we are going to move on to stencils. Let me just grab these for you. These are brilliant. I love that these are a bit of a an unusual size, let's say, because they're 7x7, which is not really a size we'd see. We normally see a 5x7 or an 8x8 usually. These are a 7x7, so you can trim them down to a 6x6 if you wanted to, or you could leave them as a 5x7, just take a bit off. You've got lots of options here with these. You're going to get all of them for that awesome price as well. So you've got scattered foliage. You've then got your cute florals. This one here is your abstract swirls. You've got your rosebud florals just here, your beautiful butterflies. This is your polka dots. You've then got your elegant trellis and the love hearts in there as well. So you get all 8 of those for that awesome price. $27.99, $37.56 if you are a platinum member. They work perfectly with your pigment ink pads if you want to use them with that as well. Kathy Meyer says, Joe, I miss your beard. Kathy, I miss my beard as well. I do. It is so cold. But we've shaved them all off for a good cause, and we'll tell you about that good cause in the next couple of days, and you'll get the opportunity to sponsor us as well if you so wish. We'll be sharing more information with you that. Ben hopefully will be able to tell you more details about that when he's here tomorrow. So keep tuned. Keep an eye out on our social media. So my social media channels, Ben's social media channels, and we'll tell you what we're raising money for and how you can sponsor us as well. That's coming in the next couple of days. Stencils then, Michelle. You strike me as someone that loves getting inky.
I do like getting dirty, yes, I do. Inky, like getting inky. So, well you do, I end up, you've all seen me, I end up filthy and look, I've got ink all over me already. I'm keeping a straight face. Inky. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to make a box with these. So I'm just going to bring this in because I want to make sure that I have done the right size. So this is my box lid side. So I have got a piece of card and it's 7x7, so it's the same size as what the stencil is. So I'm just scoring each side at 1 inch. And then my box base, I've cut at 7x7 also. I'm going to flip it round and I'm going to score it on the box base side at 1 inch. So just bear with me.
We've got 2 Lyns in the comments, Lynn Harvey and Lynn Miles, and they never know which Lynn I'm talking about. So they would they'd like nicknames is what they've decided.
Ooh.
So Lynn Harvey's from Essex, so we could call Lynn Harvey Essex Lynn. And we could call, I'm thinking of a play on words on Miles. I mean, we could just call them Lynn Harvey and Lynn Miles, but we're not going to do that, are we? So Essex Lynn. Ooh, give me a second with the second one. Lynn Harvey, are you okay with Essex Lynn? Do let me know. And we'll work on one for Lynn Miles. Hold the line, caller.
So I've scored my, just bear with me because I've forgot to get my stencil
Can you imagine if Lynn Harvey isn't from Essex? And I've just been thinking that all this time. And actually I've got it wrong. I'm pretty sure Lynn Harvey's in Essex.
I'm sure she'll let you know. No, I don't want to use that one. Just, I can't, I like
we
that
could
one.
call her, do you know what, I've got it. Lynn Miles, we could call her journaling. As in Miles, journey, Lynn, journaling. Journaling, journal, Lynn, journey, Lynn. Let me know, Lynn Miles, how you feel about that.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You can make your own up.
Right, so I'm going to use my scattered foliage. And I'm going to get some tape. I'm going to tape it to my box lid.
I love that they're all like, that's rubbish in the gallery. No suggestion, though, of what those nicknames might be there, Michelle.
Yeah, not helping, just telling you, yeah, that one, yeah.
Sarah Kay would like to know, are the opaque ink pads more vivid in colour than the water reactive ones? Or is it just the fact that they can heat emboss easily makes them so useful? Great question.
Right, okay, so your opaque ink pads and your metallic ones, they're made with a pigment rather than a dye. So, which means, for one, they need a different material for you to be able to use them with. So this carrier is why this carrier is spongy. And also, it gives it a longer open time, which means they will stay wetter for you to be able to emboss with them, heat emboss with them. So that's the difference. And they're opaque, so they do look different on your card to a water reactive one. So I will just quickly, let me just find a nice colour water reactive one. So here, we'll just do this. So I've just brought in a plum pudding, and I'm just going to get an end, which is here.
Oh, Lynn Harvey, she lives in Essex, but she's actually from Hackney. So she would actually prefer to be called Lovely Lynn. That's fine, I can call you Lovely Lynn.
I like that.
I do normally refer to Lynn as the Lovely Lynn Harvey. So there you go, Lovely Lynn.
So that is your plum pudding in a water reactive, and that's how it goes on there. So I've got my amethyst. I don't think I've got an opaque one underneath there, but it's sort of the same thing. It'll show you how it goes down. So if you can see, it's more opaque. And I know that sounds daft because it says that they're opaques, but...
So the top one, which is the water reactive one, you can kind of see the bit more translucent, see more of the white card through, really, can't you?
Yeah. I was trying to find an opaque one under here, but I can't quite find one. Bear with me.
Lynn Miles says, whatever you decide, Joe, journaling sounds great, but will you remember? Question mark. I can try. I'm always trying. I can try. Let's go with it. Lovely Lynn and journaling.
Lovely, yeah.
There we are. That sorted them.
So I don't know. So I've got an opaque one rather than metallic one. And again, I know it sounds daft to say, but it does go on. It looks more opaque. Whereas the water reactive, and it feels a little different as well. I mean, that's definitely got a longer open time, so perfect for heat embossing.
Excellent. I hope that helps, Sarah Kay.
I got a little bit carried away then. I think I actually went away from the question that she asked.
Oh, welcome to my world.
So, right, what were we doing? So I'm going to use some of my Midas inks on this black card because we're going to heat emboss that. So I think I'm going to use, let me get a wipe ready because I'm already getting ink everywhere. So what we're going to use, I think I'm going to use, so blue organza, amethyst and jade green.
Awesome. And Caroline French adores the metallic ink. Katie Easley says they love just how velvety pigment inks are.
Yes,
really good.
that's the word. They really are. They're just really sumptuous and delicious. They really are. And they stay wet for so long because of the open time.
They're almost a bit sort of powdery as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Chalky.
Chalky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, definitely. So I'm going to go in with the blue, bring in a new. And so even though this is 7x7 in size, and I am covering it all, this first part I've done will stay open long enough for me to finish and still be able to heat emboss. And the good thing is, if when you heat emboss it and you feel like you've missed a little bit, just place your stencil back over, very easy to find your place, and add a little bit more ink and then heat emboss again, because you can go over 2 or 3 times. Ink it, heat emboss, ink it, heat emboss. It does take that. Yeah, you can.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's brilliant for doing toppers. So like one of our little reindeers. In fact, I think I've done one on one of my other demos. Yeah. So one of my reindeers, I cut it out and I just used my clear embossing ink pad and I just covered it all up inked it with the clear embossing, and then put some silver embossing powder, and I just heat embossed the whole thing. And then I did it again. I put more of the clear embossing ink over, and then I poured more powder over, and it gives it almost like
sort of, is it like almost an enamel finish?
Yes, that's it. It does. So yeah, so you can do it more than once.
I'm always impressed how fast you are with this, Michelle.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I think you are the fastest inker we have in the studio.
Oh. Thank you, I think. So,
I think we should start some sort of craft Olympics, you know. And I think like speed inking would definitely be, Michelle would get gold medal every single time.
Yeah.
Ian, definitely fastest foam pad finger. He'd be giving Craig a run for his money there.
So there we go.
I don't know what I'd be any good at. Not all at once in the gallery, not all at once. I can't hear it. I can't hear you when you talk over each other like that.
Yeah.
Absolute radio silence. Radio silence.
So I'm just going to heat emboss this. Sorry about that, Joe. I can't hear you.
Loads of you still chatting away. Sarah Kay says, Michelle, that was a brilliant demo. Answered it perfectly. I hadn't seen the water reactive and the opaque side by side in the card before, so thank you for that. Laurie says, I use both metallic inks and opaque all the time. Super fun to emboss with. Absolutely. So the opaque pigments that are on the show and the metallics, they are essentially the same formulation. That was what I'm looking for. These have that mica added into them, gives them that little bit of sort of natural shine. So why they are metallic, which is awesome. Tips on heat embossing for anyone maybe that hasn't tried it before, Michelle?
Tips for heat embossing. Always make sure that you do use your little pad thingy to your cornflower bag to get the static off, because once you put your powder on, it will stick everywhere.
Right.
So if you do use your anti-static bag first, it does help that not to happen, which is what you don't want, because you end up with little fingerprints in it and everything. But it's just fun to just have a little bit of a play with it. And as you can see, this is just...
It's really nice in the dark card, isn't it?
Chasing around beautifully. And doing this is just mesmerising and fun. You will all definitely, if you haven't done it before, definitely have a go at this.
Any questions you've got about anything crafty or anything on the show, get them in. That's what Creative Craving is all about. Creative Craving's that one show, maybe where we take it back to basics a little more. So if there's anything you're stuck with, anything you've tried, you've not got a great result from, then Michelle's here for you. Get your questions in. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're across on YouTube, and I'll pop them across to the lovely Michelle on your behalf. Maybe you've got some questions for Ian. We found out he's a whiz on all things theatre and haute cuisine, we found out in the earlier show. Yes, his favourite show is Wicked, his favourite meal is doner meat and chips. So any questions about those things, you can get your questions into to Ian. He was going to say something, I asked him what his favourite meal was earlier, and he was going to say something really posh and fancy, and then he was like, no, actually, do you know what, it's probably doner meat and chips. Doner meat, if you're in the UK, how can we explain doner meat? It's like processed lamb that's pushed onto a stick that spins round in a shop window and then it's shaved off over chips. Absolutely delicious. Definitely the sort of thing that you'd eat after a night out. But secretly, you'll eat it anytime you like.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say that's a good synopsis of it, Ian?
I would do, yeah. Absolutely.
Fabulous. Okay, excellent. Glad we got that right. And Victoria says, Joe, you get a gold medal for being funny and very handsome. Thanks, Victoria.
Aww.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, I'm done there. We're going to go back to the demo.
So should we have a look at what we're actually...
Yeah, let's have a look.
So I've done it. I've heat embossed it all. And if you can see, look. just
Beautiful.
so this
It's
bit
almost
is
like, it looks a bit wet, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And closer up, the ombre from the green through to the blue to the amethyst is just beautiful. And I think, again, we forget to use our stencils to make boxes with. You don't just need to use it to put on a topper on a card, make your backgrounds with them, make your boxes with them, do it onto thinner paper and use it to wrap Christmas presents, make tags. Just millions of things you can do. I feel a little bit like Jan now, because, you know, I've got really into Jan's world at the minute,
right,
with all the exciting inks and stuff. So obviously, you know, I'm not Jan. I don't think anyone could ever be Jan. So right, we're going to make this box. So I'm going to stop like fangirling over Jan now.
Okay.
we'll rein it back in. So 7x7. This is my lid, and that's my base. And once it's cooled down, literally just make a lovely box with it. But
I hear that my #1 fan, Beth, she's not feeling very well.
Oh no.
Ah, Beth, sending you get well soon wishes.
Yes,
Big
absolutely.
kiss for you, Beth. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Although it's that time of year where everyone is getting all sorts of colds and coughs and...
Oh, everyone's got the sniffles at the moment, haven't they?
Yes, definitely.
It's because it's so cold up here in the north. Honestly, I mean, I'm not one to go on about it, but 6 degrees in 6 degrees in the northeast is like -2 anywhere else. I'll get home tonight, it'll be 6 degrees in Manchester, and it will feel so much warmer than 6 degrees up here. There's something not quite right with the weather around here, I'm telling you. You definitely move here for the people and not the weather. I've said that for the last 2 years since I've been working up here.
Well, they do say it's grim up north, don't they?
It's grim up north.
Do you know...
It's grim up north. Michelle. Now, look, Michelle, used to live in West Yorkshire. She's moved to Norfolk. You can tell, can't you? It's grim up north.
So I'm allowed to say it because I'm from up the north, so... Well, can I just say, the weather's grim up north, the people are beautiful.
Do you ever remember that Victoria Wood sketch? I think I referenced it yesterday as well. I'd like to apologise to our viewers in the north. It must be awful for you. do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Very funny, very funny. I've mentioned that, I've quoted that twice in 2 days. What a great couple of days to be alive.
Oh dear.
Laura says, you are as cute as a bug's ear, Joe. A bug's ear? I've not heard that one before. Sarah Kay says, we can all totally fangirl over Jan. Absolutely, and fanboy over Jan as well. Yeah. So, Corbatel wants to know, can Michelle tell me which paint or marker or pen I should use to colour bronze earrings black? Wow, there's a question.
I absolutely wouldn't know.
I applaud your honesty. Should we text Jan?
Just give Jan a message and ask Jan.
I'm going to forward it to Jan. Bronze earrings.
What about our acrylic paint markers?
Yeah, I reckon so. And do you know what? They are... This week's Get It Got It Good. Is there a black in that collection though, Johnny? That is a question. We will investigate for you, Corbatel.
So that's not going to go on, and I'll tell you for why. I've scored it on the wrong side. So I've scored that on the base as well as that one on the base. So we will just quickly...
Okie doke.
We'll just cut another one out.
No worries. So in the essentials, in the acrylic paint marker, there is a black in there. So there you go, in the essentials. If you get the Get It Got It Good, which is all of them, you can get them there. If you just want the individuals, you can get them individuals. Journaling wants to know... See? See? Is it the direction of the wind, Joe? I think it is, you know. I think we're very close to the North Sea.
Yeah.
You get that northeasterly wind coming down from like Norway or somewhere, and it brings a lot of cold air with it. Whips up off the North Sea. Whew. Not nice. Yes, text Jan, says Katie Easley. We don't need to, we worked it out for ourselves.
I would, I would imagine an acrylic paint would stick on that.
Have we had, Johnny, any pictures in? Rhonda sent a picture of her craft along from Halloween. She wants us to show it. We'll try and find it for you, Rhonda. Got one from Trisha. Rhonda, would you mind ever so much resending it? I am sorry to be a pain in the backside, but we can't find it.
We had some lovely pictures the last time I was in of Halloweeny stuff. People's kids. We had the most weird picture sent in of candy corn.
Oh, let's not go again with a candy corn. Oh. The candy corn on the cobs.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very strange, wasn't it?
Oh.
What's it called where you have a fear of, is it trypophobia? Is that a fear of like holes essentially?
Oh.
You know, trypophobia, like a half cut in half pomegranate or something like that. It gave me a bit of trypophobia vibes, the candy corn on the cob. You okay, Michelle?
No.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
Should we get Ian in?
Yes. Come and do my box for me. I think I keep doing them on the wrong side of the box. Of the, the scoreboard.
If you, at the end of the day, Michelle,
know.
if you're doing it, someone else has done it out there. So we're all just on this journey together.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Which is a great metaphor for life.
Yeah, I do like. I like to see. Really, I'm doing all this stuff wrong intentionally.
What? Why is it the wrong intention?
No. You see, when you're at home, never goes wrong, does it? Ever. Let's see. Look at that.
Oh, amazing.
See?
First time.
And my base and my box lid are both decorated beautifully. So then what I've done is, I've took a piece of white card and I've done exactly the same colours on it. With
nice.
it and embossed it, and just look how different it looks.
Fabulous.
On there. So I'm going to get some foam pads and we're going to raise this. So I'll not use too many of Ian's foam pads, and just pop that on there, and then I've got this sentiment. It's one of our little sentiment dies that we've got from this collection. So this one's the wedding day. So our expressions.
Oh yes, we had them on earlier in the week. Lots of those are back in stock actually at the moment.
Yes, yeah. I've got mine out at the minute, and I've been using. They're just so usable. Brilliant little sentiments and beautiful. I love that they've got the little mat on the back. And again, I could have embossed this just like that and then stuck the word over the top. I thought I'd leave it blank just so it stands out a little bit.
Judy's saying she thinks I'm probably cold because my beard has gone. That is a contributing factor, but honestly, it is freezing up here at the moment. So I haven't mentioned it. I'm not one to go on. I'm not one to go on.
It is very cold at the minute. And then we're just going to pop that in the middle, and that's it. So it will be easier for you than me to make a nice simple box, but I just thought it just makes a beautiful background, just any of them stencils, and then just embossing them with any of our opaques.
Absolutely. Let me take you back through then the 8 different stencils you're going to receive in there. 7x7, it's a bit of an unusual size, or less, let's say a less familiar size, but I think that's really part of the charm with these, because you can trim them down as you see fit. That was your scattered foliage. You've got cute florals, abstract swirls, rosebud floral. That's one here is your beautiful butterflies. This is your polka dot. Then you've got your elegant trellis, and then finally your love hearts there as well. Lovely Lynn says, good save there, Michelle.
Eventually.
If you want to grab a hold of them, you can. $34.99, $46.95 is your price there on those. Still loads more to come for you in this show. Lots of you are very full baskets, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of US delivery.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We do create every day, 3 times a day, 7 days a week. So make sure you come and spend some time with us. We're going to go back to the Reindeer Collection now. And I'm going to take you through what you get included. How are we doing on the stock here, Johnny? I know it was very busy, wasn't it? 80% of this has gone. Lots of you with this in your basket as well at the moment. So if you want to guarantee you're going to get your hands on, well, I'm going to say it, the biggest bundle of this you're ever going to be able to get. I can't imagine we're ever going to restock now on this close to Christmas. Then this really is your opportunity. I think this paper pad really set the tones. It's kind of in 2 halves, which is great. So you've got those more mystical designs in there, and then you've got some real sort of classic stag designs in there as well. I just fell off my mat there. Did you see that? Don't know what I'm there. Let's move into the rest of the collection here for you. You are going to get these beautiful ribbons included within there as well, in those different colours for you, which is fantastic. And then you've got your colour coordinated embossing powders. We've also got that joyful deer. It's kind of like Builder Deer, this one. You can really play around with that and how that sort of looks and feels. Great on tags, that one. This is your Winter Stag, which is more classic. Then you've got your Dashing Deer, which is more sort of sassy deer, I like to think of it. And then that's repeated again in the Dashing, the Opulent Deer embossing folder, which has got Winter Woodland here as well, which is that wooded embossing folder. Michelle's favourite element, the holiday season. She absolutely loves these sentiments, all of them. And then this one here is your magical Christmas sentiments for you as well. Have a magical Christmas. Beth says, thank you, handsome Joe, you made my day. Made me feel fabulous. Anytime, Beth. Right, this is going to get tricky now. Lovely Lynn says, Joe, you could always crochet yourself a new beard. I absolutely could do that. Have you seen the hats you get that have got like the built-in beard panel?
They're so
Love
cool.
those. Could definitely use one of those throughout November. Journaling says, masks are very handy for keeping faces warm at the moment. They are, absolutely. Any other questions you've got, comments, get them in to me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion over on YouTube. Rhonda's picture from the craft along, Michelle. Here it is. How fabulous is that? She sent a couple in for us.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Really lovely, isn't it? And this is it from the front. Really gorgeous.
I love that. Oh, I love what she's used on the front.
Really lovely. This is Moira's albino deal. I don't think Moira owns it, but this is, I think it speaks just around. It's Mariah, not Moira. Sorry, Mariah. Panda Crafts wants to know, could you, don't giggle when I say this, okay? I'm going to say it, but you as well, Ian. Can you use the stencils for flocking? I hope that's the correct terminology, says Panda Crafts. Can you flock with them?
Yeah, so flocking, I'm going to be careful. So it comes in little, a little bigger, but it comes in little pots like this, but it's literally flock. So you know the flocked curtains you can get.
They need replacing.
Oh dear. So
come back to me. Yeah, anyways, you were saying flocked curtains.
So what it is so if you got a little tub of it, it's like fluff.
Right.
For want of a better word, but we all had parents who had flocked curtains, and it's like velvety when you shut up talking, Michelle. So yes, I would imagine.
So can we flock with them or not, I guess is the question.
I would imagine so, because I would imagine you could use a glue over it, but yeah, because if you're using
or like a spray adhesive, I guess you could put through it.
Spray adhesive, yeah, or if you used Alkalal glue, because you could wash it straight back off of your stencil anyway. So yeah, I would imagine so, yes, and you must give it a go now, because I don't have any, so I'd like to see your results.
So yes, they are suitable for flocking. Panda Crafts is what we take from that. Right, the Reindeer Collection, Michelle.
Right, I'm gonna use this lovely stamp set, but I'm gonna use it in a different way to what we would normally use. So we would normally pick a sentiment, stamp it out, and use it. Let me it's a bit dirty. So yeah, so we'd normally pick a sentiment and stamp it out. So I've got a piece of card, and it's 4x6, so it's literally roughly the same size of these stamps that are on the carrier sheet. So I'm going to use my cornflower bag first, Ian. I'm forever going to call it a cornflower bag. And because I am going to heat emboss. But what I'm going to do first, so I'm literally going to lay these out onto my piece of card as they are there. So I'm going to follow my little carrier sheet next door there. You've grown a little bit, Joe. So I'm literally just following the pattern. So just laying them all down. And I absolutely adore the font on these. It is absolutely beautiful. And
Beth senses that Panda Crafts may have known what they were doing in asking that question, Michelle. She says, you asked these two that. The wheels, doors and transmission are all off the bus now.
Of all the people
Absolutely.
to ask.
That was very much a last show Fake Friday, slightly loaded question, I think, there,
That
Panda
was
Crafts.
cheeky.
I'm glad you asked it, though. Gave me a right giggle.
So I'm going to pick it up with my wonderful stamping platform, and I am going to ink it all up. Now normally I would use ours because it's lovely and juicy, but mine's gone dry purely because I left my lid off.
Don't want to do that.
So I'm just using that one, which was the next one available to me in my stack. Oh, I've dropped one off. How does that go on? Bear with me. Let's stick that back on the right way.
How long are you with us for, Michelle? You're here tomorrow as well?
I am, just for wake-up call.
Right.
And then I'm back next week.
Fabulous. We're back together, I believe, next week.
We are.
Let's hope we can behave.
Well, we try.
We do.
We set out.
It's always, though.
intention.
Jane Wilson says, did I just see John? Was he in here? Was he in my spot? Honestly, I only nipped out the studio for 2 seconds. What was I actually saying? It's always my last show, Fake Friday. We work together. That's what it is.
Yeah. They always put us
It's
together on
always
your last
us two
show.
together on my last day. That's why this happens. That's what it is.
They're not daft. They know what they're doing.
They do indeed.
So that's the red. So these are the embossing powders from this Reindeer Collection as well. So that's,
It's great to have colour matched embossing powders, isn't it, with the collection?
it really is. It really is. And so that's the green. And I am going to put a little bit of gold on the bottom, just where I've missed.
in colour.
All the colours are, yes. Yeah. Ian just saying how rich the colours are there.
They are really juicy, for want of a better word.
Juicy powders?
Yeah. The colour
Right,
of the
yeah.
powders. They're really, I mean, that doesn't really do it much justice until I heat emboss it.
We've done a lot of heat embossing today, haven't we?
Yeah, it seems to have been one of them days.
It has been.
So again, I'm going to bring in my heat tool for a minute.
Talking of people that are back in stock that appeared on Craft Factor, Jeffrey says, is Andrew coming back? I don't know. Watch this space. Who knows? Who knows? Send Paper Hug says, we'll never tell Joe. Oh, about what? About anything, I hope. About anything that happens. It is literally just between you and I. Very, very busy now on that Reindeer Collection. On its way to limited stock. On its way to limited stock now, so please be quick if you want it. It's a really great size collection of this as well. The only way to get hold of the paper pad is in that main collection as well, I will add, so make sure you grab a hold of it. So how are you going to use this then? Is it almost more of a background, this, Michelle?
Yes. So I thought, rather than just stamping one sentiment out and cutting it out, matting and layering it as one sentiment, I just thought I would use them all. You know,
Why not?
you know what I like when we have to pick a winner and I want them all.
Yes.
Very much like that. So, just finished that last little bit. I do this a lot. I just love how they lay it. So I'll put it that way for you. I love how they lay it out on the piece of paper, and I just thought it looks fabulous. That'd be great as a background. So that's exactly what I've done. I thought I'll use them all just as it is on that carrier sheet as a background.
Perfect.
And if you, I don't know if you can, look.
Very shiny.
Just look. But that gold at the bottom where it says have a magical is just
nice.
lush. So that's those 3 that I've used. So I'm just going to put that to the side for a minute because we're going to bring in one of our beautiful reindeers and we're going to cut this out just of some, oh, sorry, I've lost my plates. So just out of some white, just our white stamping card. I'm just going to tape it down and then run it through. So these ones do go through all the way down to your small machines. So I'm trying to keep a little bit tidy while I'm going. It's not working, I'm trying. Ian, you're so tidy.
So tidy and so polite.
I know, putting us all to shame.
What a dream crafter he is.
Right. Right, so what we're going to do with this is heat emboss it. So like I was saying earlier, so I'm just going to move a bit of that powder. So when I just take my pad and I'm just going to ink him all up. And it doesn't matter if I miss a bit because I can go back in. So I'm just going to move him out of that. So literally just throwing it all over. Just going to get my tweezers. And so I've missed a couple of little bits, but it doesn't matter because I can just go back in. So let's emboss him.
Don't forget any questions you've got, get them into me. Crafty TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Another full day coming up for you tomorrow here, as there always is, of course, on Crafters TV. Ben is back in the building. He'll be with you throughout the weekend, actually, all the way up and through until the end of Sunday. Tomorrow, wake up call, of course, in the UK is midday, as it always, yeah, it is midday, isn't it? Yeah, just checking. Midday in the UK, which is at the moment 8 AM here in the UK. Should I just start that again? I think I should, shouldn't I? So, wake up call, midday tomorrow in the UK, 8 AM East Coast, 5 AM West Coast with Michelle and Ben. Then there's a launch day, I believe, after that. 3 PM in the UK, 11 AM East Coast, 8 AM West Coast, and then Cartload. So Debbie Fisher will be here for that middle show, and Cartload tomorrow, 7 PM, 3 PM or midday. That's coming up for you a bit later in the day, so make sure you join the guys for those tomorrow.
So as you can see, I've embossed him all.
It's almost mirrored, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But you can see it's quite pitted. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in again because I want him nice and solid. So I've just gone back in with my ink. I'm going to go back over with my powder. And it doesn't matter that I'm throwing it all on there because, as you know, most of it will go back in my pot anyway. And then we're going to heat emboss him again. And he's going to look even more fabulous.
Mariah says, I'll ask that one in Michelle in a moment when she's done with the heat embossing. Senpai Park says, I love heat embossing. Pammy says, I love the red embossing powder in this particular collection as well. They are really good kind of classic Christmas colours, aren't they? Those embossing powders, which is really nice. And they all perfectly coordinate, which is absolutely awesome.
They do. So there's the silver, gold, red and green. Perfect Christmas colours.
This is fabulous.
And there you go. So that's what he looks. I need to finish his bottom off. Excuse me. It's just a little bit.
As the actress said to the bishop. While stirring a tea with the other hand. If you want to go for this, really busy now. Lots of you with this in your basket. You will need to be quick. 4410 5920 for platinum members. Last chance you're going to see to get hold of those 12 by 12 papers, and some of the other elements of this extremely low now. So you may see individuals back, but I don't know if you'll see a collection of this again. So if you do want it, it really is making your mind up time now. How are you getting on with your Christmas crafting, Michelle?
Yeah.
Have you made a start?
No.
Okay.
Nothing. I've got lots of ideas.
Right.
But I haven't really done anything. But look at my little, let me pick it. Be careful, don't pick him up straight away because you'll end up with a fingerprint on him. But look at that.
That's amazing.
So that's my little, and I've already done
Fabulous technique.
one of those as well. So what we're going to do is, we're going to make a little card with all these bits. I'm just going to move them to the side. And even though I used my cornflower bag, if you have a look, it's still quite, sorry. It's, so I've got a little bit missing there and a little bit missing there, and I've got lots of little dots on it. I like that effect.
Okay.
I think if you used our little tool to distress your edges, that would work, you know, that would work towards that kind of effect brilliantly. So, you know, don't worry if you've done it and you think, oh, it's a little bit messy, I've missed a little bit. I don't think, I like that bit of a rough and ready look, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So I'm going to do an 8x8 card. So this is some of our silver card from the pads, and then I've got this lovely piece from the paper pad. So we'll mat and layer this up.
Mariah wants to know, if I'm stamping a silhouette stamp onto watercolor cardstock, would you recommend the waterproof black ink?
If you are going to watercolor with it, then yes, I would recommend.
Well, I was asking for, you know, recommend. I'm having dental work done.
So yeah. So yes, if you're going to, yeah, because obviously you're not going to be stamping onto the watercolour card unless at some point you're going to be putting a bit of water on there. So yes, definitely our waterproof ink pad. But you would probably need to stamp a couple of times because it's a textured cardstock, it's not smooth. So you won't get a perfect image maybe the first time. So you might need to stamp more than once, but yeah, absolutely.
Okie doke, hope that helps, Mariah.
So I've got a piece of our acetate and I'm just going to line that up. So, and then just fold that over. And then, so I've got lots of little bits here. So this again.
I couldn't see the acetate then for a moment. I really couldn't see it.
Really?
For a moment, before you said I had a piece of acetate there, I was thinking, what on earth's going on here?
Yeah, I do get, it can be a bit hard at home sometimes, and I'm like, where's it gone? And it's like right in front of you. It is a good quality acetate. Let me move that more into the middle. So yeah, so again, so this is our silver mirror card from our new pads with the, get it on straight. So there's the glitter card in there and it's like a pearlescent in there, isn't it?
Jane Quigley finished their last Christmas card yesterday.
Wow.
Congratulations, Jane, that's amazing.
That really is. They
started in June. How many did you make, Jane? Let us know.
Yeah.
She started in June. I imagine if she'd only made 3.
Someone messaged in through the week, or the last time I was on, and said that she'd been making Christmas cards, but she only gives them to people who deserve a handmade Christmas card. Because some people do throw them away, and I'm very much the same. I have people who I know will keep it and cherish it, and then some will just be like, you know, throw it away when it's done. So I'm very choosy about who I give mine to as well.
Well, I should be looking out to see if I get a handmade card this Christmas, Jane. Michelle, so I know which list I'm on.
Of course, you will be on my handmade
If I get
Christmas
an e-card from you, Michelle, I'll know, won't I? Where we stand.
I love a handmade Christmas card.
Debbie Robinson was very disappointed at the lack of cookies when you came in today.
I
don't know if she mentioned anything. And actually, I think Johnny was feeling the same as well. He saw you were here. He came in. He looked at least 3 or 4 times on that middle table for cookies. There were none. Ben, if you're watching, sense of disappointment this week. Lord Allen's never even tried one.
I know.
Delicious. You got to beat Jake for them. Honestly.
John had...
He's like a truffle pig on that box, Jake, when they arrive.
So, what I'm going to do... truffle pig.
Honestly.
So... Right, I don't know what I'm... Do you know? See, this is why I go wrong. It's not me. It's Johnny. Right, so I'm going to layer that onto some of the silver as
I think we've broken Michelle. We've really thrown her, bless her.
It doesn't take much. No, I'm in tomorrow. Yeah. So my decision now is, do I want that in there or do I want it on the front?
I think behind.
Yeah.
Lord Adam thinks behind. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, behind.
Okay, there you go.
It's like a panto. It's behind you. Well, sort of.
I love panto.
I love.
Absolutely. Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
Jane made 80 cards. Wowzers, trousers, 80 cards.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That really is. That's some sort of dedication there, isn't it?
Adam's gone in there at the term. He's tickled by the term wowzers, trousers. I mean, of all the hilarious things I've said tonight, and wowzers, trousers is the one that gets a reaction. Honestly, you've no taste, Adam.
And if I had some of that lovely ribbon that's in this set, so you've got the lovely, just stick that down, the lovely red and it's like a green velvet in there, isn't it? I'd put a lovely bow there. But so
this is beautiful.
Yeah. So that's it. So that's my lovely little 8x8 10-fold card using that stamp set as a whole.
It's a whole panel.
Yeah.
Really lovely way of using it. Panda Crafts agrees with you, Michelle. They say there are lots of people who don't appreciate a handmade card. We know who to give the basic ones to. A winky face. There you are. Alison says, I have friends who put all my past cards up on a door in their house every year. Very off-putting to see some of my very early ones. Journaling says, have you ever been in a panto, Joe? I have never been in a panto, but I can tell you it is definitely one of my life's ambitions to be in a panto.
Is it really?
I'd absolutely love to. It's just quite a big time commitment, a panto.
Yeah.
At what is already a very, very busy part of the year. So, yes, I would love to be in one though. I don't know what it'd be. I think I'd either be the dame or like the charming idiot, one of the two. I think that sort of sums me up, really, doesn't it? Let's go back through this reindeer collection that you've got here. So yeah, don't disagree together in the gallery. Again, really beautiful designs, wonderful colour tones in here, and the backgrounds on these I think are really beautiful. Ian used some of these backgrounds beautifully, and then of course you've got some really lovely sort of more classic stag imagery in there as well. How are we doing on the stock here, Johnny? It is now limited stock. If you want it, that means less than 10% of our stock is available. You will have to be quick for it. So you're also going to get your embossing powders in there. You've got your joyful deer, along with your winter stag and your dashing deer. This one here is your opulent deer. Then you've got your winter woodland. Your holiday season there as well, which is the our lovely Michelle's favourite one. And you've got your Magical Christmas in there as well. Never, ever, you're going to live that down, Michelle. You know that, don't you? All of that as Platinum members, 44, 10, 59, 20. Everyone's getting a great deal, though, as you can see. However, it is now limited stock. Ooh, Ben's been in touch. Ben of the McCarthy, yes. Michelle's Ben. Cookies next time. There you go. And something new.
He had
Winky face. Yeah.
Ben.
This is a winky face. You know, sit down. Oh, I look forward to that. Maureen Hagger says, how big a piece of paper do you need to make an envelope for that card?
For the 8x8 one? A big one.
A big one.
I'm sorry.
Can you make an 8x8 envelope using a piece of 12x12?
I'm really not sure. Our enveloper, is that what it's called?
Yes.
If you've got one of those, have a look. I'm not really sure on the measurements because I don't have one here with me, but you see, for cards like this, I normally make boxes.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I always like to put them in a box. So I'm not much of an envelope maker. I can make them, but I'm not sure of the measurements. So if you wanted to know for sure, maybe one of you beautiful people can let us know in the comments or have a look at
Susie T, our social media superstar, she says 12x12 piece is big enough for an 8x8 envelope. There you go. That's the great thing about the crafty community, isn't it, Michelle? If one person doesn't know, everyone's there. Everyone's got everyone's back.
That's it.
Susan says, I like the panel technique, Michelle, and the colours you use. Fabulous. Should we do a demo of the show, Michelle?
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. So, number one is my reindeer one that I did first.
Awesome.
Number two is the lovely Ian. Number three is my box with the stencil.
Beautiful.
And then number four is the reindeer one again.
Okie doke, get voting. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion on YouTube. You've got a few minutes to get your votes in. We are going, though, back to the stencils. So let's take you through these. Remember what you're getting in here. Michelle did a lovely demo on these earlier. You've got scattered foliage. You'll also get cute florals, abstract swirls, the rosebud florals. You will then also get in there the beautiful butterflies. This one here is your polka dots. That's your elegant trellis, and you'll also get your love hearts in there as well. All of those coming your way, $34.99, $46.95, which is amazing. Let me just quickly go over the ink pads as well that we've put together to go with these. Two different collections, you've got brights and you've got darks. In the brights collection, you'll get the Chinese red. You will also get the orange, lemon tonic, plum jam, fuchsia, ocean blue, Spring Meadow, and the Oasis as well. So they are your brights, and then you've also got your darks here as well. So within the darks you will get Twilight Grey, Misty Morning, Green Topaz, Frosty Jade, Grasshopper, Friar Brown, Sandstorm, and the Pumice is in there as well for you. Awesome, $31.93, $44.48. Is your price on those. But I believe, Michelle, have we got time to squeeze one more demo in, do you think, those awesome stencils?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. We've got more than enough time for one of these. So we're going to use this time the cute florals. And it's hard picking one because they're all so beautiful. So I'm going to just find my tape. And this is an 8x8. Piece of card that I've got at the minute. I will probably cut it down for what I'm going to use it for, but this just happens to be the size that I cut it. You can start off by cutting it exactly the same size that you want, or go in afterwards. Entirely up to you. So I've got crushed velvet and I've got fuchsia. So we'll go in with crushed velvet, this wrong pad for this one. So I'm literally just going to ink it all up a little bit more.
Just going to bob it on?
I'm just going to bob it on.
You haven't said that today.
I know.
Have you made a conscious effort to stop saying it?
I haven't, no, actually.
Oh. Do you find your sayings come and go quite quickly?
Yeah.
Do they?
I just don't know. Maybe I just haven't.
Because I didn't realise until yesterday, but Becky says it all the time.
She really does, because I commented.
Yeah. She was doing it, she said it loads yesterday.
She did. I wonder if it's a Yorkshire thing or
Well, she's
a
from
northern thing.
She's from Chester, so
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. But maybe I've just discovered a few more words, because we know, I'm quite limited with my vocabulary. Maybe I've discovered see, look. I think that just there goes to show that. So, just inking that up.
Just to let you know that Ian's card won card of the show.
Oh, yay!
Ian's got 2 cards in for card of the day. Ian's going to need a name up on that board at this rate, I reckon. Would you mind if I pause you really quick to do card of the day? Is that all right?
No, absolutely.
So number 1, Ian's shake a card, absolutely awesome. With that reindeer. Debbie's bow is number 2, this one just here. Or Ian's triptych, number 3. 1, Ian, Debbie,
Yeah.
or Ian. Let me know, please. 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. You've got a few minutes to vote. Exciting times. Exciting times.
So, as you can see, they just ink through beautifully. So what I've done is I've got another one already done, and I've cut it down. So it's 6.5 by 6.5. So I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to follow my lines round.
Do you know what I haven't been able to work out when you use your guillotine, Michelle?
Sorry?
Why sometimes you use the top and sometimes you use the bottom?
When I'm measuring?
Sometimes you do it at the bottom, sometimes you do it at the top. But I've never been able to work out why it is.
If I'm going longer, then I'll use the top. But if I'm not, I'll use the bottom.
There you are. Horses for courses.
Yeah. So just trimming all that white space off that I don't want, and then making it to 6.5 by 6.5. So there I've got my 2 pieces. And then what I'm going to do, so just as basic as just inking 2 pieces up in 2 different colours. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bob them to the side. See, there we go. Look, I do still say it. We'll bob some tape on.
Bob it on.
Bob it on. And again, this is going to be an 8 by 8 card base. Excuse my fingers, I'm so inky.
Well, there's a question earlier actually that come in. I didn't ask it. I thought I'll hang on to that one. I'll ask it in a moment. And then I never did.
Oh.
Hold the line, please, caller. Might take me 7 minutes to find this question at this rate.
So, a black mat, and so that has been cut at 7 6/8 by 7 6/8.
Found it. Marilyn P. How does Michelle get her super inky fingers clean? I love those tips. Need that at the moment.
I always just have a wipe next to me.
Right.
I have a wipe next to me, and I either have a tea towel or a piece of kitchen roll, and I'm constantly wiping.
So it's just the key not to let it dry on there?
Yeah, definitely. So from one of our textured cardstock pads, the 12 by 12 ones, I think this is so we had the cool tones and the sunflower tones, and there was a couple of others as well, and that's from one of those. I can't quite remember. Ian, do you know which pad I mean? So we had our 12 by 12 sunflower tones, cool tones, warm tones. I think it's from the warm tones, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when people put you on the spot like that?
I was like, all right, Michelle, talk about throw poor Ian under the bus like that. No wonder you didn't win card of the show.
Oh dear. Right. So these matte layers are 7. So 7 by 7 and then 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So what I've done is, so for time, I'm going to bring this in. So what I did is I used one of our nesting dies and I cut just 3, so it's one of these nesting dies. I can't, is it like a stitched out fancy oval or something like that?
Fancy oval, I believe, yes.
So we're going to put this one down. On there.
Can we just say a massive congratulations to Ian, his first card of the day.
Oh,
card
yes.
number 1 is the winner of the card of the day. It goes up onto the shelf. And, I mean, we are, we're Wednesday. I think you'll take it at this rate, Ian, I honestly do. The other two that are up there, I mean, they're okay, but I think that's nicer than putting it up.
So what I would do is I would use foam on a roll to go all around that, but and I'm not going to waste, it's going to take way too long for me to use foam pads. So we're just going to just put it on for now. Sorry, I just need to learn to flick my tape.
It's all in the wrist, apparently.
So I've heard, and I'm very rubbish at it. So, and I'm going to have it the same, the pattern the same way up as that one. So if you can imagine that was lifted up on foam pads, it would look a lot better. But what we're going to do is, so I've used our black cardstock, and I've cut a frame out with it. It's the fancy ovals, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to layer them over. So I just thought sometimes it's nice to just do it in the simplest way and then just add something that makes it pop. Don't feel like you need to buy these and be able to do all these fancy things with them straight away, because you don't. Just using them as they're intended can be just as...
Nice.
This one's a bit wonky. Can be just as impressive. So where are we going to sew? I've used my sentiment for my other card because I lost it.
You've used your sentiment where?
Yeah, on another card. And I don't think I've got time to cut one out.
We are fast running out of time. Teresa's not happy we didn't sing foam on a roll.
I know. So what I would have done is, I would have used one of these and cut my sentiment out, and I would have either put it there or maybe put it in one of those. But so that's it. So just using it with just 2 different colours, layering him over, it would definitely be better on foam. But yeah, just to show
exactly how you use it.
Exactly how you use it.
Wonderful, I love that. Let me run you back through the designs you're going to receive in here. Then you've got scattered foliage. You've also got cute florals, abstract swirls. This one is your rosebud floral. This is your beautiful butterflies, your polka dots, your elegant trellis, and your love hearts. Make sure you grab those. $34.99, $46.95. What a day it has been. What a rare mood I'm in. It has been amazing. Kate Easy says, I bet working with the CC team is more fun than going to Disneyland. It's fun. I don't know if it's quite that fun, but it is very, very fun. Thanks very much to the lovely Ian. Ian, it's a pleasure to have you join us today. Have you had a nice day?
It's been fantastic. Thanks again.
A pleasure, as always. The happiest man in craft. Hopefully we'll see you back here again very, very soon. Michelle, a pleasure, as always.
Always.
To have you with us. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Yes, in the morning.
And there's a special guest tomorrow.
There is another special guest.
Who?
Does.
Who?
Well.
Oh, you better tune in tomorrow.
Yes, you don't want to miss it.
That's going to be very, very exciting. I am off for 4 days now. Ben will be back here holding the fort until Sunday evening. I'll be back here with you on Monday. So I hope whatever you're doing, whatever you get up to, you have a glorious weekend. Have a wonderful bonfire night as well if you're here in the UK or somewhere where you celebrate it. I'm not sure it's a thing in the US. But I will see you back here on Monday. Michelle will see you back here tomorrow with Ben. Have a great day if you're in the US. If you're here in the UK, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you on Monday.